What's going on, Jeff? Welcome, and yeah, thanks for spending the time with me today. I see it doesn't say Jeff; it says iPad 8th generation as your name. But you know what?
Yeah, yeah,
We're gonna call you Jeff from
yeah.
now on. How you
G-
doing, man?
go with Jeff or go with my internet name, Broly. 'Cause I'm a
That
big DBZ fan.
DVZ. Well, that was one of my questions for you. Was what is this whole Broly thing about? Because yeah, that's your Discord
Uh,
username, and for the
yeah,
longest time, I thought your name was Broly until you told me otherwise.
yeah. No. I'm just a DBZ fan, and honestly, when I joined the Discord, I just didn't know how I didn't know how official would be and who would be on there, and it's just for privacy reasons, right? So I don't care. People can use my first name. I just didn't want to share my last name just because I didn't know what I was going to jump into with the academy, right? And sure enough, it's fantastic. It's just that just from the get go, it's the first time I joined any kind of Discord, so I wasn't too sure what to expect and yeah, so yeah, that's the story of my internet name.
Well, I like that, but we'll go
No,
with Jeff today. And yeah, so thanks again for joining us. But yeah, this is like, I was telling you off screen, we want to be doing these things called like student spotlights and basically showcasing just the types of people that are in the academy. I mean, people know, oh yeah, they're Canadians, people learning about investing, but I kind of wanted to hear your story. Like, what's your
yeah,
background in terms of, maybe your knowledge base before you kind
yeah,
of started learning about investing? What got you into it? Maybe like first and foremost, where are you from? What do you do?
yeah,
What's your background?
yeah, definitely, man. So I'm from Ottawa. I'm in my mid 30s, right? And I've always been good with finances, with budgeting, that sort of thing, but not really having any knowledge when it comes to the stock market.
Mhm.
So like after reading a book a few months ago, I was like, geez, like how good can I, like here I am, self-proclaimed saying that I'm good with finances, knowing nothing about the stock market world, right? Yeah, I had mutual funds in the past, that sort of thing, and I had someone else managing my small portfolio, that sort of thing. But I wanted more than that. I wanted like hands-on experience. I wanted to learn about the stock market, and like many people, like I was just intimidated. I didn't know where to start.
Yeah.
Um, I had a couple buddies that had been investing for quite some time, and we were going back and forth like on a group chat, the three of us, and they were going back and forth about the GameStop, like
Yeah.
what was going on with GameStop in, like, I think it was in December or January. And I
Yeah.
remember being part of this group of three, like small group chat, right? And my two buddies are going, like my two good buddies, they're going back and forth, and I'm like, okay, like what is this, like not that like I'm interested in gambling or anything like that, but like I just want to understand, what is it, what is going on, like volatility, how does that work, how does the stock market work, what platform do I need to use, how can I how can I get not involved with GameStop,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
how can I get in on the stock market, right? And feel comfortable um jumping in,
It's
right?
big.
Because that's the scariest part, is to jump in when you're a total rookie.
Oh, for sure. And it's like, when your friends are speaking about it, and if you aren't, if you don't have experience, it literally feels like they're speaking a different language, right? It's like,
Tell me
yeah,
about it.
I've heard these things, but I can't connect any of the dots. I don't know what I'm doing. And
Yeah,
like you said, for most people, you're not in a point of comfort where you're willing to take your own money and go and experiment with this new thing.
no,
It's a different story if
no,
you're gonna try like something new that doesn't involve financial, you potentially
yeah,
losing your hard-earned money. So it's something that, yeah, I think very many people find them in that place. And it's funny you say the GameStop saga, because that's, I'm sure a lot of new people were in a very similar boat at that time,
right,
right? It was
right.
everywhere. It was all that you heard about. And I guess, is it fair to say, is that kind of what like jump started you in to say, this is where I need to go?
uh
You knew
it,
you wanted to learn prior to that.
I mean, it definitely contributed to that, but I've been wanting to get in on it for a long time, and I just always put it on the back burner. Like I'll talk about my professional life real quick. Like I work for City of Ottawa. I'm in recreation. My title is program coordinator, so I help manage a recreation facility, and we build programs up from ground level, and we hire the staff, we train the staff, and then we manage fitness programs, day camps, dance programs. We've got a gymnasium, that sort of thing. So in my professional life, like it just takes up a lot of time, right? Even though it's a municipal level job, City of Ottawa, I'm pretty invested when it comes to my work, and I've always put it off when it came to looking into the stock market because I just didn't know where to start. In fact, some of the few when I first started looking into it, some of the videos I was watching because I didn't know what keywords to use to look it up in YouTube. You
Yeah.
can put in anything, right? So and then you end up with just random people. But like I remember taking this little mini free course about like day trading, and I was like, okay, well, this is interesting, but it's really not like my style. Like I'm frugal by nature. I'm pretty conservative. I work hard for my money, that sort of thing. So when I came across a few of your videos and your dad, a few things that struck me was okay. Here's someone who's Canadian. So I was like, okay, that's good just from the get go right there. And then I guess one of the videos I came across, you explained like your family's like your
The
father's like
story with my dad.
extensive
Yeah.
experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that like I was like, okay, this is awesome because like I'm seeing you and I'm like, okay, here's a guy in his mid-20s. I'm in my mid-30s. And I'm like, God, he's got a good head on his shoulders. And then just having seen your dad in the videos, I'm like, okay, this guy's getting some really good guidance as well, right? Like you were
Credibility.
brought up with it. So just that peace of mind, just that alone was what really helped with my decision making. And on top of that, it was like stuff like, what was like the course, Canadian investor. Okay, your content. Like I always feel like your content is very genuine and you're not afraid to dive in and like rationalize your decisions. And for me, I'm like, okay, that says a lot about someone because it's easy to say, yeah, I'm going to do this and do that and then not being able to justify it, but like
Mhm.
you're actually explaining things and like in such a way that I get it, me, a
Yeah.
newbie, and and also like in such a way that like I feel like it's coming from a good place, like the
Nice.
whole team, right? Like the people that you surrounded yourself with, and like truth be told, from the beginning, it was just the number. I watched so many videos of just you, and then you started introducing your dad, and I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm going to take a leap of faith. I don't know exactly what I'm signing up for. Like Jesse did a great job over the phone of just
That's
explaining
good.
stuff to me, but I opened up with him. I said, I'm not a guy who's super impulsive, so I'm going to need time to think it over a little bit. And I was like, screw it, it's now or never. Like I'm at this point. I do want to take it to the next level, and I'm so glad that I did.
You're glad that you did, man. Well, hey, that's like just to hear that, Jeff, that first of all makes me very happy. Thank you for that feedback. That's obviously like that's more than what we could ask for in terms of what we want our students to think of us. I'll pass the information along to Jesse. He'll be very happy. He'll remember speaking with you. So if I'm picking up what you said right, you really felt like you resonated with our type of like approach and
Exactly.
just on the
It,
YouTube videos. Okay, cool. Because yeah, like I think what a lot of people, starting off is, they don't know the difference between day trading and, swing trading and long-term investing and dividends. It's like, well, who do I go to learn from? And what we do here at the academy, as you now know, is like we're very aligned with what we do, right? It's like, hey, we focus on long-term investing, doing what we like to think is the right thing. And for the right type of people, like someone like yourself, um, I mean, hopefully we can be that vehicle to help bring people there. And
yeah,
what I think is really important, Jeff, is like, you know, people can tell from this video alone, like you said genuine and you said the words like, like you didn't say the word real, but hopefully that's kind of what I'm able to portray through my videos. And
right.
just from chatting with you here, the viewers will be able to tell that's exactly what you're about too. It's like
Yeah,
people like yourself who, you do have those, what's the word I'm looking for? Hesitations. And, it's a big leap, joining a program or at least following someone's advice when it comes to like a field of money. But you are like the perfect type of students that we want to build our academy with. And that
yeah, right
involves like,
on.
first of all, just again, you're just such a kind and like, very, very genuine person, but you're very active in our program. Like some people take the course and you don't ever hear from them, or maybe that's what they're looking for. And that's, good for them. But one thing that I love about you is you are engaged in the Discord. You're in there daily, or at least when you can, sharing stuff and giving your opinion and asking questions. And what we've tried to build our community around is, yeah, you have the course, and that's kind of like the staple, and that's where if you're coming in with, let's say, a lack of knowledge, that's going to be your fundamental building blocks. But I love the fact that you are a student that takes advantage of everything, and you are just we couldn't ask for a better student, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And that's so
Right on, man. Like it's nice to hear that. I'm trying to just utilize as many the resources that you guys are providing us with, right? And I think this Discord chat, like, um, it's nice because I'm having like side conversations with some of the students in private,
yeah,
right? So we're not taking up all the space on the actual main page. Um, and I'm just meeting some people that are kind of like in the same positions as
same
me,
boat,
like people
exactly.
that are beginners. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And like I'm meeting people that have like a strong ETF kind of strategy, right? And some others that it's a total opposite, and some people it's a forced satellite, a mix of both of them. And honestly, man, like I'm enjoying just learning all the content because it's like it just feels like information that I've never tapped into before, and it's mind blowing how like I feel like I should have been doing this since I was like 18 or 19,
Right.
right? Like I wish I could go back in time and just kind of know what I know today, just the fundamentals from this course. And even though I'm not where I want to be just yet, and I know it's going to take some time,
Mhm.
um, I'm just kind of reassured. Like, just I like how the Discord is being kind of monitored by you guys and controlled. So if there's something that's being said that's totally off,
Yeah,
like you guys are going to interject, right? So it's not like a free for all. Like
exactly.
there is some control. So it's nice to see. And I really like how accessible you guys are. Like if I messaged your dad actually a few months ago,
Yeah.
and I had a question about like a lump sum of money. I'd taken out some money from like mutual funds, and it's like just a few things that really put your mind at ease. And it's like, yeah, do your own diligence, but here's what maybe we would advise you to do,
Right.
and it just kind of guides
Point you in the right
me in the right
direction.
direction. Absolutely,
And that
absolutely.
that 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 like I like that you said that, because it's like, we encourage the communication within students. Again, you're all in the same boat, so I love the fact that you're meeting other students, communicating with them, but we will always be here as that sounding board, I guess you can say. Is that, if you do have that doubt or that hesitation, or you just want clarification, we're always going to be available. And I didn't even know that you actually reached out to my dad, but that's awesome. And yeah, that's
Yeah,
the role now. Like, I'm more than happy that he decided to join the academy, because that's just more value for you guys. It's also
absolutely.
from our team, but hey, I love to hear that, man. If you don't mind me asking, so like, when you started investing, let's say, or actually, let me say this again. You said that you were, up to speed with finance in general, and you felt decently good with money, but you're exactly right. Like, the stock market is a completely separate field. You can be very good with your money. You can be very on top of things, but until you go out of your way to actually study the stock market, or at least familiarize yourself, people tend to group them into a similar category, but they're so different. So my question to you is, like, from where you started, let's say before you joined the program, before you came across my videos, like, let's go backtrack. Were you basically at like nothing, or did you have some knowledge? Like, where,
No,
how did your learning,
okay,
progress? And like, where
okay,
you are today, are you comfortable managing money on your own? Where are you at?
right, right. Okay, so where I am today, um, okay, let me go back a little bit.
Yeah,
Where was I before the academy, right? So I guess I was that person that would keep cash in their sock
yeah,
drawer.
yeah,
I'm that guy.
yeah. Yeah, it
Not
happens.
not literally, right? Not literally, but it's like stockpiled in my bank account in like a low interest, well, they're all,
Meaning, yeah, essentially meaning.
high interest savings account, 1%, not even, right? So that was me. Like like I bought a house when I was in my early 20s. So I did well financially, right? Like I built a lot of home
Right,
equity
yeah,
and whatnot. And like I would do really like before the academy, and still to this day, like I've been doing it for like more than a decade, where I like review my finances like in detail every month just to know what my cash flow is.
yeah.
But it's like I've got all this information and disposable income, and I just didn't know how to deploy it or what to use it on, right? So I was in a good place financially speaking before the academy for sure, but I wasn't taking advantages of any opportunities, right?
Most of them. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, like yeah, I had mutual funds, but like I don't like to talk about that because it's like honestly, I never checked it. I just knew it was working for me. But as soon as I came across a few of your videos about the Murphy, and
Yeah,
then I came across the Mer calculator.
yeah. Like that's not good. Yeah, you don't want when you see it enough.
20, 30 years later.
Yeah. And it's like when you realize I could be doing this myself, right? With just a bit of knowledge. Like one of the things that I'll say, Jeff, is like now that you know what you know from going through the course, it's not that it's rocket science by any means. You know what I mean? It's information that I think the average person should have. Because
Yeah.
like you said, it's so common that people find themselves in a situation where they're paying those high fees and they got the mutual funds and they just think maybe it's too complex to do it themselves. Now that you're a DIY investor, what would you have to say to those people?
Um, okay, it's a lot of information at first,
Okay.
right? Like there's no way around it. It is a little bit intimidating to take that first step. There is a lot of depth to it,
Yep.
but probably not as much as one would think. And the course that you offer really breaks it down step by step.
Hmm.
And I really like the style as well, right? Like I can access the videos anytime I want, and I can do the videos at my own pace.
Hmm.
And if there's something I don't understand, I can always go to the Discord chat and kind of, throw those questions out there for
Get more
clarification if
opinions.
needed.
Get more
Yeah,
opinions asked, get a reconfirmation. Exactly.
yeah. And like I'd say, like where I am today, with my knowledge of finances and stock market is a lot more than where I was maybe 6 months ago.
Yeah,
I still have like a lot to learn, and I think it's continuous.
of course.
Um, but I don't want to be naive and be like, oh yeah, like there's a reason I'm choosing ETFs, right? Like for me, my own personal comfort zone, and I know how I am in my personal life with work and whatnot. I'm always on the go. I know that for me, something that's more passive, personally, is going to be something that this is more suitable for my lifestyle.
Yeah,
And I love how you gear your strategies to like either or, right? Like jump in, maybe start with ETF just to get your feet wet and go from there. Yeah,
exactly. Well, I love that you picked that up because, you know, students that we have come from all different walks of life. And what you've done a good job of just displaying there was you basically did a self-assessment and recognized what your lifestyle is like and you found a strategy that worked for it, right? And that's the index
absolutely.
funds and ETF. So that's, I mean, that's good for you, Jeff, because a lot of students, they can take the information but they don't necessarily put it into practice, or they don't they may hear it but they don't necessarily listen to it. But clearly you've done a really good job of doing that, and you seem quite confident about your strategy. You found something that works, and I mean, that to me, that's a big part of my job, is basically giving you that information, but you're the one that's done the hard work of actually going out and doing it. So I want to say congratulations on that, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. And like I'm not like I'm taking a very gradual approach, right? Like I've got to be comfortable with my strategy, and I know that the first year or so, it's all about getting my feet wet. So
Right.
like today was a red day, and
Exactly.
it's like one of the first red days in a long
Big,
time.
yeah,
So it's nice. It's nice to see that we get that reassurance of knowing how we should be feeling during these times, how our emotions shouldn't be dictating our decisions, right? And yeah, man, like right back at you in the academy. Like I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job of just being there for your students, and keeping your information up to date. And yeah, there's a lot of things I appreciate. Like you guys have been rolling out with the webinars, which I think that was a surprise to me, right? And a surprise to a lot of the students. None of us knew that you were going to roll out with that, and it's been fantastic.
yeah. Well, thank you for saying that, man. And yeah, that's our goal is to just keep rolling out new things and providing as much value as we can to you guys. And we're always going to be here and available. Aside from the training, that again, I want that to just be one piece of the academy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there are a lot of competitors out there. There's a lot of people that offer similar things, and it's like, what can we differentiate ourselves with? How can we go that extra mile for the students? And rather than just saying, hey, buy this course, be on your way, never hear from us, we want it to be the exact opposite. And yeah, the course is a part of the academy, but we want to have so many surrounding features, and we have more things coming soon that are just going to basically give the students the best experience. So Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
like I'm excited. Like honestly, like it feels good, and it's nice getting that ongoing support, and yeah, like honestly, everything that you guys are talking about, the direction you're going in. I think your latest video you had touched on, what the next 5, 10 years, what the plan might be, and
that was your
like
suggestion, first of all.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wrote that. Beautiful. Yeah.
Well, like I was saying, I really like the direction you guys are taking because, like, I'm having a great time, and I think a lot of the students that I've been chatting with or going back and forth with, they feel the same way. So, yeah, it's a good time all around, and I'm glad I took that leap of faith.
Well, thank you, Jeff. And I don't need to take up too much of your time today. It's evening. I guess it's coming up on the evening there for you, so you can go and enjoy your evening. This is just an absolute pleasure, man. And I think what the important thing that I want to display with this video is you are just the perfect type of student for us to have. Someone that's grateful, someone that's engaged, someone that's just open to learn. A lot of people come in with this mindset that they know it all and that they're not, they're not, they don't need to know these things. Their ego's all up in their head, and it's, what you've displayed through this conversation is this humbleness. It's just, hey, I need help with this thing. I've hopefully found a place that you feel safe and comfortable, a good environment to learn. And if we can surround ourselves with more people like yourself, the academy will just grow stronger and stronger and stronger, right? I keep calling it a community because that is really what it is. Through the power of the internet, you're in Ottawa, I'm here in Vancouver. We have students in every single province. Yeah, we don't get to necessarily meet face to face, although we do have plans for getting out there with time. But it's just pretty darn cool to be able to do this all online. And yeah, with people like yourself, I couldn't have asked for a better student. And I'm gracious that you took the time to even speak with me today. I'll always be here to help you wherever you need. I'm just a message away. Mark as well. And yeah, I can let you go on with your evening because this has been an absolute blast. Yeah.
And just so you know, like on YouTube, like I don't follow anyone, anyone at all. And here I am, kind of just keeping up with all your videos and whatnot. So yeah, it's nice. Who knows if we'll ever have a chance to meet in person? Hopefully one day
Yeah. Well, I'm
in your
sure
travels.
I'm sure that'll happen in our
Yeah.
travels. It actually means a lot to me that I'm, one of the people that you do subscribe to on YouTube. If you're not a huge avid fan of, watching YouTube in general, that goes, that makes me proud and that makes me happy. And, I'll continue doing my thing and hopefully gathering more people like yourself to join the community and join the following. But yeah, thanks again, Jeff. It was an absolute blast, but I'll kind of let you go. Maybe we can end this here. Any last things that you want to say? Any, maybe.
I think I said enough. Like likewise, man, right back at you. And yeah, I'll see you on the Discord.
We'll see you on the Discord. I'm sure we'll be chatting soon. If the markets are red tomorrow, everyone's going to be panicking, but we'll all be in it together.
Sounds good.
Awesome, Jeff. Well, hey, pleasure chatting with you.
Okay, you too. Thanks.
Thanks so much.